in general, there's a lot of us outside there who feels that life literally just sucks. Whether it's work, relationships, or even just their life, and they practically just, summarize everything that, life just sucks. But to me, I see life as though it's another perspective whereby, yeah, life do sucks, but so what? If life don't suck in such a way, then how are we going to grow from ourselves? Like expanding our comfort zone, expanding our area, our knowledge, and whatsoever, whether it's skills or whatsoever, and stuff like that. So I started this journey is because I wasn't really a reader as well. I don't like to read books. Even back in my primary time or even in academics, I poor in my studies. I don't like to read books. I just like to read comics and stuff like that. But what made me inspire me to actually started writing this book, I think it was because of my friend who talked about this guy named Robert Kiyosaki. And he actually went to Malaysia in 2015, end of 2015. And at first, at that point, I find that it's too expensive. So I thought like, no way, there's no way I'm gonna go. But I was wondering, who is this guy? And I got really curious about him. And he introduced me this book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. So I started reading more about it, and then I started to realize that, hey, why isn't this taught in schools, or even my parents never share anything of it, or even my relatives, my uncles and aunts, no one shared these particular terms from Robert Kiyosaki. So I was like thinking, okay, there's something new, something I never thought of, so I started to explore more, and then I attended this course called Millionaire Mind Intensive by T.F. Eker in Malaysia. And that's where they started about whether you're controlling the money or the money is controlling you. So at that point, I started to realize that money, all this was been controlling me. So I started to shift, and then I realized that, hey, there are actually other people out there who have this mindset as well. So I thought, okay, why not just explore more? I started reading a lot of books from different entrepreneurs, leaders, like Sir Richard Branson, Nelson Mandela, Robert Kroc, and even more. And I find that every one of them, the books, were inspiring. And there's a message that each of them deliver, and it's just, it cracks my mind. So I'm wondering, why didn't I really get all this knowledge when I was in school or even in university? So that's why I decided, okay, let's make a change, let's make a difference. And that's why I started, okay, I want to do the same as well. I want to inspire and empower the people out there, not just locally in Malaysia, but around the world as well, to take life at a different perspective and to live life how they want it to be. And that's why I started to write the book. The reason I actually wrote the book as well is because one of the primary reasons is to build my credibility, because as I came out as a trainer and a speaker, not many people are familiar with me. They treat me as though I'm an unknown. So that's why I realized that, okay, how am I going to get myself into the market? How am I going to expand myself to get myself recognized? So that's why I decided that, okay, so the book came in, and I thought, okay, instead of people just asking for my name card, why not just say, okay, here's my book. It's easier that way. So if you want to know more about me, you can just read my book. It took me about 5 weeks to complete the whole writing process, but it was very struggling because to me, I find as author is like artists. Like whether they are designing something or they're photographers or even doing anything related to design, it's something similar. Because at times when I sit down and I want to write my book, nothing comes out. I'm just stuck there looking at my screen, like not knowing what to write. And I just, okay, you know what? I gotta do something. So I just shift myself out, I just play some games, go outside, get some fresh air, go some exercise or whatever. And somehow, some way, the idea starts to flow inside. And that's where I have my device, the smartphone, obviously. So I just record down wherever comes to my mind, I just write it down, jot it down, and then I go back home and I just write it out. In terms of the concept of writing it, I don't think there's any particular. So I just do what I feel is right. There's no right or wrong. So I just go with the flow. I go with my gut feeling. So if this is right, and yeah, this is right. And I don't see it as a way for me as an author, because I used to be those people who like things to be perfect. But I realized that, hey, people do make mistakes as well, even in writing as well. So I go, all right, you know what? I just get it done and just go with the flow.